Welcome back to another episode of the Woodland Kitchen. I've just walked into the barbecue site. I'm back up here again because I'm meeting Peter and Dave. Peter's on his way in now. It's behind me. Over there, coming. Dave will be here soon. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to build a fire first. I'm going to go through all the things we need to get firewood because it poured with rain last night and this morning. So everything's wet and it's freezing cold in the wind, but it's not that cold in temperature. It's about 10 degrees. But with this wind, it's gone down a bit. It's not too cold. I'm not feeling any effect from the cold, but it's just very windy. So, first thing I want to do is find dry wood.
Every time I think I'm gonna wake up back in the jungle. Every time I think I'm gonna wake up back in the jungle.
So let's go and have a little hunt. I can see lots of stuff around me, which I know is good. I've just dragged this piece in. Oh, and I found a shed over there. It's been demolished, so why walk past good wood? So I picked up some wood there. So I'm taking that as a kindling. I'm going to chop that down. This was laying on the ground. The only piece touching the ground was here. So that's wet. But all the rest of it should be good enough to burn. So let's go and find a bit more of the hanging deadwood. See some from here, I think. And then this is the sort of things you should be looking for when you want to build a fire in these conditions. Because you know, if you're in the summer and that, it doesn't really matter about where your wood comes from. It's normally dry. But here, in this condition in England especially, it's just cold and damp. It's always wet in the winter. And this is a nice bit of dead hanging dry wood. So we'll pull that out of the tree, take it over back to the fire area and we'll process it. There's more here. The piece on the ground's wet, but the piece above the ground isn't. So we can snap that off, we'll cut that off and process that as well. I don't need a massive fire because today we're going to be cooking on the coals. I've got a big steak and we're going to be cooking on the coals. So just need to prep some wood. And the key to these fires in the winter is preparation. You really do need to prepare your wood to get a fire even started. So let's have a look at breaking some of this down. This is dead dry. Have a look at this. Totally dead dry. Perfect. So I'm going to start breaking this down and then we can start thinking about what we need to do to get the cooking going. There's my steak. Really nice big bit of steak that. Looking forward to that. Can't go without the old steak seasoning. I love my steak seasoning. I'm cutting these. I'm trying to cut this stuff so I'm not cutting it around the knot. I'm going to cut it before the knot here so I can get a good split on it. But with that pine shiplap I found, that's great for a starter. Just going to cut that knot out. It's all about preparation. So like I say, it's all about preparation when you do a fire. You will fail to get it to light unless you've prepared your wood to start with in the sizes you need. So So let's do some battening. Might be easier to use a knife, but the axe is quick. Right, let's go and see if we can get some birch bark. There's a tree, look at that, falling over everything already. It's from leaving all that wood in front of me. There's a dead tree here, it's fallen, it's been hung up in the other trees. So, I should get some bark off this. I've scraped some off in the past, you can see here. So, see if we can get into it. Some of it's wet, some of it isn't. But I'm in a time frame here, so I need to just get what I can, process it quick. This is what it's like when you come out late and you rush, try and get a fire going, but sometimes you need to rush, depends on what weather's coming in at you. It's forecast to rain later, but not for quite a few hours, so I should be okay. So there's my birch bark, hopefully we'll get it going. Let's process some of this now. That's where the noise. Got a big nail in that. Called working for your dinner, isn't it, this one? Right, the wind's really getting up now. It's really blowing. See his hammock blowing around. So let's get the fire bed built, because this fire, where I had it last time, is soaking wet now. Look at that. It's a sail. Yeah, I'm glad it's coming that way, because that's why I built this fire break here, the wall wind break. Let's get a nice bed put in. Just trying to make a nice dry bed to build on. That's probably enough, to be honest. Right. I think I might do a lean-to, so I'm going to need a nice log or two. Let's get some logs. Here comes Dave, he's on his way. Put them logs there to start it and get some fine stuff. It needs to be a bit longer. Oh, that wind is going to hamper me. Because I want to tuck my fire lighting material in there underneath this. But I'm wondering if I've got enough fine stuff there. We'll find out though, won't we? Right, so what I want to do is scrape some of this birch bark up. Try and get some fluff, but I hope the wind don't take it because there's a lot of wind here. This is just the outer bark I'm scraping at. What a weather, eh? Come on, summer. Let's have you back. It's not fluffing up very well either. I'm losing it. This is the real life struggles though, isn't it? It's not all luxury when you go out. So there's no wind where I'm trying to light it, so I'm screwed. Right. Gonna need some fat wood as well, so let's find the fat wood. Some serious gusting now. Let's hope the fat was my saviour. I don't think this birch bark's looking too hot, but it'll burn when I get it on the actual flame when it starts. I'm doing excessive amount here because I wouldn't do this much if there wasn't wind, because it'd just light. wind's calmed down a bit, so perhaps it's a good idea to go and try and start this. I'm going to start it on this. Let's go over there. Well, it's been work so far. This is what we can do. Take all this birch bark with me, because it's going to be useful. And then we'll get down here with it. Let's put you so you can see. I need that to be able to push under there. So I just need to arrange this. Now I'm thinking I need to make some more. Let's get my wood prepped, because I don't want to start this and have it go out because I haven't prepped anything to go on it. Well, there's no wind. I'm going to try and get that going. Hope you can see this all right. I don't want to smother it. I don't want to waste it. It can still go out. This is a problem. Let's get some of this bark. This is what's burning black, the bark and the fat wood. I'm killing the oxygen at the moment. I don't want to kill too much. Right. At least there's no wind in here. Let some oxygen in. Wind's helping it now. give it some blowing. Big gust of wind coming. Well, I'm going to leave that. I'm not going to put anything on it. I'm going to leave it because I'm going to smother it if I keep on going at it. You've got to know when to say no. So hopefully that'll keep on going. It's going alright at the moment. The wind is helping it because it's not blowing it direct. It's coming in over the top and around. It's not trying to blow it out. So I'm going to prep some more of this wood. And then when we get down to some nice hot coals, I get the cooking on. So I'm going to be back to you then.